So y'all, I'm about to read Diary of a Wimpy Kid for a little bit. Since you did too, flip my page up. Hello?
I'm watching you read.
You flip my page up, cause here it goes. See, look at that, you flipped it up.
You flipped it up.
No, I didn't. Let me just say for the record that I think middle school is the dumbest idea ever invented. So just stupid. You got kids like me who haven't hit their growth spurt yet mixed in with these gorillas who need to shave twice a day. And then they wonder why bullying is such a problem in the middle school. If it was up to me, grade levels would be based on height, not age. But then again, I guess that would mean kids like CG would still be in the first grade. Well, dang, that's rude. Gonna say grade levels would be based on height, not age. And say that Shirag Gupta would still be in first grade. Cause how small he is, some people probably lost their growth spurt. They're gonna be like that when they're 24 probably. Don't be rude. Like, this kid is so rude. Today is the first day of school, and right now we're just waiting around for the teacher to hurry up and finish the seating chart. So I figured I might as well write in this book to pass the time. By the way, let me give you some good advice. On the first day of school, you gotta be real careful where you sit. You walk into the classroom and just plunk your stuff down on any old desk, and the next thing you know, the teacher is saying, I hope you all like where you're sitting because these are your permanent seats. So in this class, I got stuck with Chris Hosey in front of me and Lionel James in back of me. Jason Brill came in late and almost sat to my right, but luckily I stopped that from happening at the last second. Is this seat taken? Yes, yes. Next period, I should just sit in the middle of a bunch of hot girls as soon as I step in the room. But I guess if I do that, it just proves I didn't learn anything from last year. Greg, will you please pass this note to Shelly? Why, certainly. Greg is not no dork. I think Greg is just misunderstood by all them kids out there. Man, I don't know what is up with girls these days. It used to be a whole lot simpler back in elementary school. The deal was if you were the fastest runner in your class, you got all the girls. And in the 5th grade, the fastest runner is Ronnie McCoy. Nowadays, it's a whole lot more complicated. Now it's about the kind of clothes you wear, or how rich you are, or if you have a cute butt or whatever. And kids like Ronnie McCoy are scratching their heads wondering what the heck happened. The most popular boy in my grade is Bryce Anderson. The thing that really stinks is that I have always been into girls, but kids like Bryce have only come around in the last couple of years. I remember how Bryce used to act back in elementary school. Girls are stinky poos. Yeah, I don't think girls are stinky poos. Now they just over here talking about girls. See, that's offensive because I am a girl and they're over here talking about genders. Like, they should be talking how boys be stinking worse than girls. But of course now I don't get any credit for sticking with the girls all this time. Like I said, Bryce is the most popular kid in our grade, so that leaves all the rest of us guys scrambling for the other spots. The best I can figure is that I'm somewhere around 52 or 53 most popular this year. But the good news is that I'm about to move up one spot because Charlie Davies is above me and he's getting his braces next week. I try to explain all this popularity stuff to my friend Rowley, who is probably hovering right around the 150 mark, by the way, but I think it just goes in one ear and out the other with him. Well, no, now I think Gregory is a dork because he's over here talk about he don't think girls are stinky poos. You have to have proof that you think that girls aren't stinky poos, and girls aren't stinky poos. Some boys don't even like girls and they like boys. That means that they're gay, and like some girls don't even like boys, so they talk about boys. So if you ever find a girl or boy talking about a girl, or if it's a boy talk about a girl, then they're gay. If it's a girl talk about a boy, then they're gay. Because you can't talk about, if you're saying nice stuff, then that's different. But if you're saying rude stuff and saying they're stinky poos and stuff like that, then you're obviously gay. Just beats me because I'm not gay. Today we have Today we have physical something education. So the first thing I did when I got outside was sneak off to the basketball court to see if the cheese was still there. And sure enough, it was. Y'all talking about the cheese on the ground? That piece of cheese has been sitting on the blacktop since last spring. I guess it must have dropped out of someone's sandwich or something. After a couple days, the cheese started getting all moldy and nasty. Nobody would play basketball on the court where the cheese was, even though that was the only court that had a hoop with a net. The one day, this kid named Darren Walsh touched the cheese with his finger, and that's what started this thing called the cheese touch. Cheese touch, like, it's basically like the cooties. If you get the cheese touch, you're stuck with it until you pass it on to someone else. The only way to protect yourself from the cheese touch is to cross your fingers. Well, that's not what they did in the picture. But it's not that easy remembering to keep your fingers crossed every moment of the day. I ended up taping mine together so